So let's see that the quadratic equation that is from your chapter number 4. At first you need to understand what about the quadratic equation. Previously you have got that the quadratic polynomial in the polynomial chapter, and there you have got the polynomial which has a degree 2, that the highest power of the variable is 2, is the quadratic polynomial. Here is the same. If that quadratic polynomial is converted into an equation, then that equation will become a quadratic equation. So at first we need to understand about the definition of quadratic equation, and it has given, you can see, any equation of the form px equals to 0 where p of x is a polynomial of degree 2. Always you need to stress on it, that is degree 2. Okay, otherwise if it will not be in degree 2, in degree 1, then it will become a linear equation. So a polynomial px equals to 0, the equation of the form px equals to 0 where px is a polynomial of degree 2 is known as the quadratic equation. Okay, so it has a standard form, and that standard form is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is the standard form of quadratic equation, where a, b, c are what? A, b and c all are the real numbers. A, b and c, they all are real numbers. They all are real numbers. And also one necessary condition for that quadratic equation is a not equals to 0. A cannot be 0. If a will become 0, then this quadratic part will no longer exist. Then it will be a linear equation. Okay, so for a quadratic equation, it should have a quadratic polynomial. That means there should be a not equals to 0. That means coefficient of x square cannot be 0. As for one example, we can take that 2x square plus 3x plus 5 equals to 0. X square minus 5 equals to 0. So these are the examples of quadratic equations. Okay, so this is the basic of the quadratic equation. So let us discuss about the roots of a quadratic equation. As you know that a real number alpha is a real number, is a root of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a not equals to 0, that is the standard form. If alpha will be a root of the quadratic equation if a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equals to 0. Okay, so that means alpha satisfies the standard form of the quadratic equation. So whatever the quadratic equation will be given, and for the value of the real number, if it will satisfy and it will give the answer as the right side 0, then it is called a root of the quadratic equation. As like it has given as alpha, so in place of x we can place alpha, and if that value will satisfy the RHS part as means 0, so alpha can be the root of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, so therefore any real number which satisfies the given quadratic equation is called the root of the quadratic equation. Any real number that the alpha satisfies the given quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 is called the root of the quadratic equation. Okay, as we got in the polynomial chapter that if x equals to alpha satisfies the quadratic polynomial px, that is p of alpha equals to 0, then alpha is the 0 of px. We got from the polynomial chapter, px was the polynomial there, and for the value of x equals to alpha, if p of alpha becomes 0, if we got, then we can say that alpha is the 0 of that polynomial. Okay, so from there we got it. So zeros of a quadratic polynomial and root of the quadratic equation are the same. So the 0 of the quadratic polynomial and the root of the quadratic equation are the same. as you can see that alpha will be the 0 of the polynomial px if p of alpha equals to 0. Same as alpha will be the root of the quadratic equation if it will satisfy the given quadratic equation. That means whatever the root of the quadratic equation and the 0 of the polynomial are same. Okay, so that you need to understand about the root of the quadratic equation. But one thing is most important that you need to know, that a quadratic equation can have at most 2 real roots. Okay, because it has a degree 2. It has a degree 2. So it has at most 2 real root. At most 2 real roots. It cannot be more than 2 real roots. Okay, it can be 1 real root, it can be no real root, but maximum of 2 real roots a quadratic equation have. Okay, so it can be explained with some examples. So let us see some examples. See an example. Determine whether 2x square minus 5x minus 3 equals to 0 has a solution x equals to 3 or not. That means we need to see whether x equals to 3 is a solution of the given quadratic equation 2x square minus 5x minus 3 equals to 0 or not. So let us see the answer of it. We have 2x square minus 5x minus 3 equals to 0. It has given. So now we are putting x equals to 3 in the LHS, because we need to see that by using the value of x equals to 3 whether it gives RHS or not. So we are putting x equals to 3 in the LHS, that 2x square minus 5x minus 3. So LHS becomes 2 into 3 square because x square minus 5 into 3 minus 3. And this 3 square is 9, so 9 2 is 18 minus 15 minus 3. So that is 18 minus 15 gives 3 minus 3, so equals to 0, and it is given as RHS. So you got LHS equals to RHS for x equals to 3. So that means x equals to 3 satisfies the equation. Therefore x equals to 3 is a solution of the given quadratic equation. So this is an example. So you can see that how we can find that the given number is a solution or root of it or not. Okay, so this is one example for determining whether the given value is a root of the quadratic equation or not. This is one of the important question. It came earlier in the exam, in the board exam. You can see the question, find the value of k for which the given value x equals to root 2 is a solution of kx square plus root under 2 into x minus 4 equals to 0. So you need to find the value of k, and where it has given x equals to root 2 is a solution. As you have got the earlier example, it is like the same, but it is one of the important question. So let us see the solution of it. We have kx square plus root 2x minus 4 equals to 0, the given quadratic equation is. And it has also given x equals to root 2 is a solution of the quadratic equation. Therefore, by applying the value of x equals to root 2, this equation will be satisfied. So that we are using that in place of x we will put root 2. So therefore k into root 2 whole square plus root 2 into root 2 minus 4 equals to 0. Okay, so that root 2 square gives 2. So 2k plus root 2 into root 2 gives 2 minus 4 equals to 0. Therefore 2k minus 2 equals to 0. So we are getting 2k equals to 2. Therefore k equals to 1. So we got that value of k is equals to 1. So we got the answer k equals to 1. So therefore for the value of k equals to 1, okay, the equation has the solution x equals to root 2. So that's one of the important question and its solution. Here you can see that the factorization method. The method is factorization method. Factor you have done in previous classes also, factorization. So you need to follow some steps. So step 1 is saying factorize by any suitable method. Whatever the quadratic equation will be given, you need to find its factor by any suitable method. You have varieties of method by using identities of squares and cubes. Also you know about the middle term factors, vanishing factors. These factors you can apply for finding the factorizations also. So you need to find the factorize first by any suitable method. Second is equate the factors with 0 to get linear equations. Suppose you have got the factors as x plus 2 and x plus 3. So you need to equate these factors with 0, like x plus, therefore x plus 2 equals to 0, because we need to equate with 0 to make these linear equations, as well as another part is x plus 3 equals to 0. So you are getting the linear equations. You can see this is one linear equation, this is another linear equation. So that is given in second point. Equate the factors with 0 to get the linear equations. So you got the linear equations. Now 3, solve these linear equations to get the value of the variable. Here the variable is x. So solve it. X equals to minus 2, x equals to minus 3. So you got the values of the variables x as minus 2 and minus 3. And number 4, whatever the values of the variables obtained are the solutions or the roots of the quadratic equations. So you got the answers as x equals to minus 2 and x equals to minus 3. So minus 2 and minus 3 are the solutions of the quadratic equation. So we can write that solutions are minus 2 and minus 3. Okay, so these are the 4 steps that you need to understand. Okay, if you keep it in mind, these 4 steps, then it is very easy to solve the quadratic equation by the factorization method. So let us see some examples of the factorization methods. You can see the question is given, solve question number 1, 2x square minus 7x equals to 0, and second one, that is x square minus 18x plus 77 equals to 0. So these are the two type of solving problem is given. So let us see by using the factorization method how can we solve it. First I will start with the number 1, that is 2x square minus 7x equals to 0. Therefore you can see here the x is common. So the remainder part is 2x minus 7, so that equals to 0. Now both the terms product is 0, that means either x equals to 0 or this bracket part is 0. So therefore x equals to 0 or 2x minus 7 equals to 0. Therefore x equals to 7 by 2. So from here you can see that you got the two values of 0. One is 0, another one is 7 by 2. So it has a solution. So we can write that the solution are 0, 7 by 2. Okay, so these are the solutions of the quadratic equation 2x square minus 7x equals to 0. So that is from the first equation. Now move to the second one. That the second one, it has given x square minus 18x plus 77 equals to 0. You can see that it is of a middle term factor. As you know, the middle term factor has a certain rule. The product of the first and the last number, that is 1 and 77, gives 77. And 77, you know, 11 into 7. So 11 7s are 77. And you can see by adding 11 and 7, you are getting 18. So it will become x square minus 11 plus 7 into x plus 77 equals to 0. Therefore x square minus 11x minus 7x plus 77 equals to 0. Now we will take the common from these two parts, that is x into x minus 11. Here minus 7 into x minus 11 equals to 0. So therefore x minus 11 is common and x minus 7 equals to 0. So we got the two factors x minus 11 and x minus 7. Now we will equating With 0 you will get the linear equations like the step number 2. Therefore x minus 11 equals to 0. Therefore x equals to 11. Or x minus 7 equals to 0. Therefore x equals to 7. So you got the two solutions, x equals to 11 or 7. Therefore you can get the solutions are x equals to 11 comma 7. So you got the two answers from the two questions, that is the solution by factorization method. In this way, by any kind of factorization method, you can find the solutions of a quadratic equation. Let us see one of the important example, that solve 1 by a minus b plus x equals to 1 by x plus 1 by a plus 1 by b, where the conditions as given a, b, x all are not equals to 0, also x not equals to minus of a minus b. Okay, these are not we will take for the solutions. This has given because if we put the value of a, b and x equals to 0, then it will give the undefined. Okay, so let us move to the solution, how it can be solved. Actually you can see that one part of x is here, another part of x is in the right side, so we will take all the x part in the left side. So the answer we can go like that, 1 by a minus b plus x minus 1 by x equals to 1 by a plus 1 by b. We can take all x together in the left side. Now we can do the LCM of it. LCM of these two is the product. So that means product of the denominators, a minus b plus x, and then it will become x minus, this part will move with a negative sign, that is minus a plus b, then minus x, equals to, here is the product, that is ab, and it will become b plus a. You can see x and ax are cancelled. So here you can see that minus a plus b is here. Let us see one example, that it is one of the very important example. Solve 1 by a minus b plus x equals to 1 by x plus 1 by a minus 1 by b, where some conditions is given that a, b, x all are not equals to 0, also x not equal to minus of a minus b. By using that a equals to b equals to x equals to 0, you can see these parts will become undefined. Also by using x equals to minus a minus b, this part will become undefined. So that is the conditions only given for the real value of the solution. Okay, so it will not taken for the solution. So let us find the solution. Let's go for it. Here you can see one x is here, another x is there. So we will take the both the x in the left side. Okay, so let us take 1 by a minus b plus x equals to 1 by a, that will be minus 1 by x equals to 1 by a minus 1 by b. Okay, so we got both the x together in the left side and the remaining part 1 by a minus 1 by b in the right side. Now we will take the LCM of the denominators, x into a minus b plus x, the product will become, and it will become x minus, this will multiply with minus 1, so the sign will change, a plus b minus x. Here is ab will be the LCM and become b minus a. Now you can see x cancel. So what is remain in the numerator? Numerator become b minus a and denominator is x into a minus b plus x equals to, it is same, b minus a by ab. You can see both the numerators are having b minus a, so it will be cancel. Okay, so as it will be cancel, so it will become 1, so it will be 1 by, and if we multiply this, it will give x square, we are multiplying with x, after that ax minus bx equals to 1 by ab. Now we will multiply, cross multiplication. So you can see both numerators are same, so denominators will be same. So that is x square plus ax minus bx equals to ab, and that ab we are taking in left side, that is minus ab equals to 0. So we got the quadratic equation. So now the factorization, you know that we will take the common from these two and these two. So x is common, so x plus a is there, minus b is common, so x plus a is there. So we are getting x plus a is common as well as x minus b equals to 0. So we got both the factors and we have equating with 0. So we got the linear equations as x plus a equals to 0. Therefore x equals to minus a, as well as x minus b equals to 0. Therefore x equals to b. So we got minus a and b are both the values of x. So we got the solutions. So we got solutions are x equals to minus a and b. So minus a or b are the solutions of the equations. So this is one of the important sum and it is its answer. So you need to follow this. Okay, so this can come in exam also, in the board exam. I am giving you two homework that you will try it. These are the most important questions that I am giving. It can come in exam also. So you will prepare for it, and always you just give me the answer in the comment. In the comment box you can write the answer. I need your answer in the comment box. Also you please comment in the comment box that how is the video is going on, how is the class is going on of the quadratic equations. Also you can see the description box, as well as on the top of the screen you can see the I option. There you can get the some previous class videos. There, from there you can get the real numbers, polynomials, the objective type questions there, as well as the course study of the CBSE board exam. That link also be given. Okay, so thank you for this part 1 of the quadratic equation. I am coming to the next part. You can get in the next part that the part 2 of the quadratic equation in the second method of finding the solutions of the quadratic equations. So thank you for watching this.